Hello everybody. It's been a few days since I've done anything on these because, and interestingly, not through lack of interest or motivation, I've had to deal with a few other side projects in which I needed the table. So I basically have just had to set this aside for a couple of days. It's already quite late in the day today, so I'm not looking at getting loads done here. But I am going to try and get 2 coats on. That's my aim really. Get 2 coats on, that then leaves 1 more coat to stain. So get the 2 coats on, then once it's dried it can be sanded and give it your last coat to stain. Then it just needs the 3 clear. I mean, let's put it this way. What day is it today? Tuesday, and I think the last time I worked on the stuff was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I don't know, I can't remember. It's been a couple of days anyway. But yeah, I'm still at a further forward point than I was expecting to have been before the start of the weekend. No, it was Sunday. Sunday was the last time I did it on these. Yeah, so that would be the couple of days. But yeah, at the start of the weekend, if I'd have said to myself, you're going to be at this point, I'd have probably told myself, get fucked. But there we go. Okay, so 3 coats have been on. The ends I'm not going to do any more on. I wasn't calling you a moron, I was just saying I ain't going to do any more on them. So yeah, so the only thing we're ready to do now is to crack on, so we might as well fast forward. Okay, right, well that's half of the next coat on. I expected it to go on pretty quickly. I'm going to need to leave those 2 dry for a little while, so I'm going to take a quick break and I will see you right now. Right, let's give this a little stir and then we shall continue on with this coat. It is a little bit frustrating. I am having to wait between turning them over because it is kind of killing the rhythm of just going through them. But normally I would just go and do all the random stuff, but I don't want to keep taking the gloves on and off. So I'm not really doing much in between turning them over. Anyway, we can continue to fast forward, so let's get going. Right, well that's that coat done. Got one more coat to do, but I need to leave this to dry for a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be back in a few. Didn't mean to make that rhyme, but I don't know what it is the time. I don't know what that was all about. I'll see you in a bit. Oh shit. Rightio. Time to make a start on coat number 5. And I might have to start thinking about getting a new tin of varnish about halfway down, which should be plenty to finish what I've got. Which is only 2 more coats on this, and then 6 coats on the top shelf. Okay, but yeah, I am probably going to need more of it. Well, let's say now, I don't think I'm going to use the mahogany stain on the other projects I've got at the moment. I've got that got the oak one, which I'm more likely to use on my other projects. But anyway, we shall see. Right, let's get going, and I might as well fast forward it. Okay, so once again we're at that point where I need to save it, so I'm going to save it. Or not save it, I mean I need to dry it, so that's what we're going to do, okay? Right, I'll be back in a few. Hello, everybody. Right, it's time for the last part of the 5th coat. So, I'm not going to hang about, I'm not going to waffle, I'm just going to fast forward and crack on. Okay, right, that is coat number 5 done, and it isn't more likely me done for today because the time's getting on. And to be honest, I mean, my intention was to only get as far as this. So I can't see myself doing the rest of it tonight. Even if I was going to, I've got to leave these for an hour. So I can then give them a light sanding before the final stain. But it does mean we're only 4 coats away from moving on to the final shelf, which is massive really. Not the shelf is massive, but it's a massive step. It's not even a step, it's a shelf. It's a massive point in the project. It's one of those, throughout the whole course of this project there's been difficult times, times it's been difficult to be motivated to do stuff, and a lot of times it's because I can see how much more there is left to do, whereas now there's not a lot left to do. And I think that's probably what's really kicked me on this week, in that if I get this bit done, I'm on to the last bit, and in moving that last bit from down there onto here is big. Even if there is a lot of repairs or stuff like that needs doing on it. I know the top lip needs sort of sanding level. I know there's going to be a lot of bits to do on that. And when it comes to the actual shelf bits, I mean, this piece, I mean, they're the longest pieces that I do, the actual like single shelf pieces. But on the top, instead of there being like 3 of those, or 1 of those and 4 of the smaller ones, there's basically 1 of those that's 2.5 times as wide, and then there's 1 thinner strip. So it is quite a big piece that's going to be stained. And if there's one thing I've learnt from doing all of this so far, is that very first coat soaks in and dries rapidly. So on that big one, I'm going to have to be extremely quick at spreading that one about, because if I'm not, I'm going to end up with marks on it, and that'll piss me off. The only upside will be that the top shelf is tall enough that I'm only just going to be able to see on top of it. So if it has got marks, then no one else is going to be able to see it. Anyway, right, okay, that's it. I'm done for today, so I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to go and get myself sorted out, and we'll see what happens on the next bit.